Hey guys, this is Dead Rise Full. Today I'm working on my 1983 Mustang GT. I am putting on this car because the headlights are really bad on this car. I replaced them multiple times over the years with replacement 4x6 halogens. They've never been really that great or stellar, but I've never really cared for LED upgrades at all. But today I am going to install a retrofit LED light kit from Holley. It's really actually really rad. They're expensive. They're like $180 a light. And so on a Foxbody that has 4 headlights, it's like 800 something, I think 840 bucks. So it's a little expensive for what it is. But when you have really bad headlights and you drive your car all around, you know, I just took on Power Torque a month ago, 2,500 miles, crazy. It helps, you know. So let's check this out. So here's the headlights, and you can tell right off the bat, this one is like junk. This is the worst one, and also mind you that this is mismatched brands. I have the Wagner for the high beams and Sylvanes for the low beams. It just got to a point where I put whatever I could get cheap, just because they're not great. But like these aftermarket LEDs I've seen made, like, I don't know who makes them, but they don't look correct. They don't look like factory headlights, and then like they just don't work as well as actually the sail beam halogens. But Holley's retrofit is really engineered pretty darn good. So what I'm going to do today is swap these out. Swapping them all. I have high beams and low beams. The Foxbodies are a little different with the Holleys, and I'll explain why they're different in a minute. I'll put all the headlights and how to wire them and all. It actually is really simple to wire these, but there is some wiring to them. It's a little bit different than what Holley says for every other car. It seems like the Foxbodies, you have to repin, do some rewiring of some kind. So I'll show you how I did it. I think this is the preferred method because I like keeping my car as stock as possible, or at least when I upgrade stuff, to be able to change it back to original feature. So let me show you what's going on. So what's cool about these is they look just like the factory ones. You can see right here, I mean it looks identical almost, besides the Holley. And mind you, these are plastic. So that's the one thing I'm not 100% in love with, that they're plastic, but they're nice weight. They're coated, UV coated, so they shouldn't haze over instantly. I still will ceramic coat them to help prevent that, but they should be pretty good. These are the 5700K lights. These are daylight balance basically, so they're going to be the white, the crispy white light. They do also sell 3000 Kelvin, which is going to give you more of the factory orange glow, and then they actually have yellow tinted lenses for the Euro cars if you're looking for that. But what's cool is the wiring here also. So this is the wiring that this is the adapter I bought separate. This is the one that give you. Each headlight comes with this adapter setup, so you can, and it comes with 3 wires, so you can basically make this. But I actually like this for color coding for my purposes, even though there's one less wire on the brights. And I'll explain this further in a second. But I did this because it meets what I was looking for, and they both are worth it. You can get a pair of these for $10 from Holley. And again, this comes with the kit. So let me explain the wiring situation on this. So you have 2 wiring for the Fox. So you have to repin it. These are normally just plug and play, but on the Fox you have to repin some stuff, So you can actually repin the factory harness and then just plug and play, or you get this adapter and it gives you, then you can pin it the way you need it. But this is how it is. Holley has great instructions on their website, so you really don't need me to go through it crazy, but you're going to have basically the difference is this is always going to be on when the headlights are on. This is going to be on when the brights are on only. So that's why it's missing one less pin in a nutshell. So I'm using the given adapter like parts to do the given parts in the kit to do the brights, and the Holley adapter extra piece that I bought separate to do the running lights. So let me show you what I have to do here. Is on Foxbodies, it's really simple, and all cars are this way that use the 4x6, and the circle headlights are the same way. Is what you're going to do is you're going to unscrew the chrome retaining tab that holds this light in. You do it all four of them, and then this will come out, and then you can then unplug the wiring, and then plug the new Holley in, place it in there, and put your mounting chrome in, and it should work correctly. So what I'm going to do next is do that. Okay, let me show you, just so you know. Here's the Phillips screw. Nothing crazy. Might be a little rusty just because it's part of the outside of the car, but you know, it should be pretty simple. And it's already threading out. I gotta do that for all before. You have 4 of them. So down here as well. So I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna get all these loosened, and then I'll show you how to unplug this and plug the new headlights in. Okay, so I have removed the trim ring, which came away. Those are your 4 screws. You can see there's a little rust on them. If I was someone who really wanted to take the time, I would put just a little bit of anti-seize on it just to prevent rust from forming, just a smidge. You don't need to go crazy, but it would help with rust buildup if you drive the car frequently enough. I haven't changed these headlights in probably 3 years, so it's not crazy amount of rust. So next thing you gotta do, it's a little hard one-handed, but you pull this out, and there's your bulb. Your light bulb, and then you can see in there's the plug thing. So if you just pop it out, and this might take a second because I am doing this one-handedly. It's a little hard to do it one-handed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the camera for a second, and I'll show you after the fact. Okay, so the headlight is out. I kept saying thread out. I meant pull. You just pull it out. It's just a plug. The brights, again, as I stated, they only use 2 wires because they're not always on. So you can see this is the bright headlight bulb. It has 2 wires, or 2 connectors. So we're going to take this over here. I'm going to set this here. They still work. I'll probably use them for a different car. Realistically, I'm a hoarder of parts, and I like to give people parts that aren't totally toast. Those brights actually work really good. So I will find one of my friends who needs them and support them, giving them some money, well, saving money. So here's the other nice part. You don't have to cut the bucket or anything, Holley says. So I'm going to just plug this in, plug that in, feed the wires all behind the headlight, and it should just be plug and play. So I will update you guys in a second. Okay, so the Holley retrofit, the bright one, is in. It's a tight fit. I think, you know, if it was slightly smaller, the cooling situation behind it, they have it thinned. I'm back here, and this could just be slightly smaller. I can see where it's slightly rubbing. You know, it's a minor detail that, like, most people probably won't care. They may just like slightly sand down hole for where the wire comes in. They may sand that outer, you know, sand it to make it a little bit bigger to accommodate better. It's one of those things, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Like, let me put it this way. It's a fair bit, you know, they say it's supposed to be a retrofit and it's supposed to be not a problem to fit this thing in. And it wasn't. It just took a little bit more effort than what a factory one would have been. Which isn't a negative, like that drastic of a negative, but it's something to be aware of. You do have to fiddle with it a fair bit to just get it in the right position. And also, do not forget to do these bottom screws first. You will be much happier when you drop one of these and then have to just unscrew one or the other versus having to unscrew all three when you drop one. Tech tip right there. So I'm gonna do the other headlight. The other two I'm gonna do as well. So we'll see how this all gets done, how quickly I can get this done. And then I'll show you how to pin this stuff because it's really easy. I thought I'd show this, which is really kind of cool. I mean, cool in the sense, this is the headlight that was bad, I would say. It still was producing light, but it just wasn't very great. I would say minimum at best. So there's corrosion on the back, not crazy. But look at this, look at the housing actually. There's that, like look at that, like almost like water damage on the inside. And these are Savani's XVs, so these are like their top of the line premium ones. So yeah, this will not be going to a friend. These outer ones I'm going to trash because they have no, you can actually see in there, I don't know if it's clear, there's like corrosion and junk in there. These are toast. These outer brights I'll save though. Both of these outer, or the passenger side lights have been changed. Just FYI, the Holley logo or lettering needs to be readable. That's how you know it's the right way. Definitely the outer one went in so much easier. It wasn't as tight. So I don't know what the deal is with this one, the bright. It was just slightly tighter. It could be just slight machine tolerance from the factory with the header panel. So I'm gonna kind of negate my statement earlier, but just be aware. I mean, they both fit perfectly fine, but definitely the outer one's a lot easier. I did wire these correctly. Again, this is an example. This is 5700 Kelvin. Kelvin's a way of measuring light temperature, and that's what gives you the difference in color temperature. So this is daylight balance, 57Ks. 5700K is balanced to daylight. They are noticeably brighter even during daylight. I mean, this is way brighter. Holley also says that you don't need to adjust these when you put them in. I disagree. I think you should always readjust your headlights when you do this. Like change headlights, always realign them. It just doesn't, you know, there's variances, always realign them. But off the bat, they are noticeably brighter. Like there's yours, not blinding. There's these, blinding. So yeah, I'm not going to keep them on for too long because the car's not actually running, but they are noticeably different. Excuse my kitchen workstation right now, but what you're going to get in the box is your light, little adapter pieces, and then 3 wires. And this is for each of the lights to adapt. So I'm going to show you how to make the adapter. So you got 2 ways of doing this. This is the external one, like the adapter I bought separate. Pretty nice. But you gotta change the positioning of the wires that go in, and that's really easy because they give you these adapters and stuff. And you can make your own, like they give you all the parts to make your own. So it's not like it's a big deal. I just like how this is a little bit more. I actually probably would have used it for all 3 if it wasn't for the fact that I need to de-pin it. So I just made it simple for myself. But let me show you how you do the running lights first. Okay, to quickly sum up the wiring, for the daylight running one, that's the outer, black on the outside, red on the top, blue on the inside when you have it facing this way. And then for the other, the head brights, this is how it's supposed to be wired up, and I'll show you how this plug and plays. It's pretty simple, and this is just how it plugs and plays, real simple. There's little tabs, so you just look, so get it all in the right position. So there's that, I'm in the right. So the black goes on the outside of this, make sure. So I need to put this like that. Red goes on the top. And just bend it a little bit. That's how that, and then blue goes on the outside. There you go. It's all wired up. Okie dokie. Well, they're all put in now. So I got both sides retrofitted. Okay, I just wanted to correct one thing about them. They're called RetroBright Headlights. I kept calling them Retrofit because my brain thinks about that the weird way. But for correction, they are RetroBright Headlights from Holley. I'll include a link to the ones I actually bought. I bought them through Summit. They're the same price, Summit or Holley, their website, so I'll just link the Holley website. Otherwise, I highly recommend them for the Fox. They 100% made the car better. Like it's just 9-day difference right off the bat. I'm super excited to drive it tonight. I'll include, when I leave, I'm gonna go hang out with buddies. I'll include a snippet of it with the new headlights. Not adjusted though. I'm lazy. I'm not going to adjust until later. Okay, so I just want to show how ridiculous these headlights are. This is off. This is on. And this is brights. So brights, on, off. Crazy. Just want to show those off. It's an insane light difference. If you're stopping in for the YouTube video, thank you. Subscribe because I'm going to start making more of these videos. Like it, comment, support me, and then follow me on Instagram at DeadRiseVolt on Instagram. Bye.